Hello everybody and welcome back to Grandos, and in today's video I'm talking about what it's actually like to live in New York City. I'm gonna have little chapters down here so you could skip through the video and go to parts that you are the most interested in. So first things first, what I want to say is I'm sorry I was gone for so long. I keep doing this where I keep leaving and coming back and leaving and coming back. And I'm sorry. I'm gonna try my best to be consistent this time because I actually planned it out in my head. I have video ideas that are a lot more organized and I have a lot more resources to actually do what I'm planning now. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the people who actually care, to my 400 subscribers. If any of you care. There's at least 50 of you that care. Because every time I come back, there's always those 5 commenters that are like, yay, you're back. And it's like, oh, you're excited that I'm back. Thank you. Anyways, let's get into it. The biggest thing that people think about New York City, of the people that don't live in New York, is the pretty lights, the New York lifestyle, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do in New York. To an extent. Yes, but not really. The first thing I want to get into is the actual sanitation of the city, because yeah, there's pretty buildings and stuff like that, but it's not really that sanitary if you really think about it. There's garbage everywhere. Some areas of the city will have their own cleaners. Where I'm from, we have people on the streets that have their job is to clean up the street in our area. And near my school, which is in Manhattan, there's people there that clean up around the area. But obviously not every area has this, because not every area is that fancy and that important compared to others. So even with those little janitors around the street, there's so much garbage. And I will look at the floor and it'll be a piece of garbage 2 steps away from a trash can. We have 2 trash cans on every single block. Why can't you just hold it in your hand until you get to a trash can and throw it out in the trash can? I will never understand why you can't just throw it out in the trash can. It is not that hard. Second, I know that a lot of people know this, but I don't think people outside of New York understand how severe it is homelessness. We have homeless people everywhere and it's terrible. Somebody put these people in shelters. I'm being so dead ass. Put them in shelters. I see at least maybe 6 homeless people per day, and it's not always the same homeless people. It's always different homeless people. That's bad. That's so bad. You're living in the concrete jungle where dreams are made of, and nobody is putting you in where your dream can be made. Guys, I know that was bad. That was bad. I think it's so depressing, and people will be making fun of them really bad, and I just feel really bad because the only reason they fall down into this rabbit hole is because they don't think they have anything else to their lives because of the situation they have been put in. On the way to my train station, I see 2 homeless people. On the train every morning, I usually see a homeless person. On the way to school from the train station, I see maybe 1 more homeless person. And then on the way back, there's 2-3 more homeless people. That's ridiculous. They're everywhere. And somebody needs to help these people. I don't know why our city doesn't do anything about this, because it is genuinely a problem. And I don't know why it's rarely ever acknowledged, except for some New Yorkers acknowledging it. Number 3 is the pretty lights. It's so pretty. There's pretty big lights and advertisements everywhere. Ooh, Sephora. Ooh, this. Ooh, that. That's literally only in Manhattan, and not even all of Manhattan. We got pretty big buildings in most of Manhattan, and I guess some of the other boroughs do have pretty big buildings, but it's mainly Manhattan. But when it comes to the pretty lights and advertisements and the big stairs and statues, it's really only in Manhattan, and it's only in a specific part of Manhattan. The rest of the city, we don't really get that. I don't really have any pretty lights or big the tallest building I have near my house is probably the apartment building that I'm in right now. And number 4, which is probably going to be the final thing, is finances. You need to be rich to live an amazing life in New York City. I'm pretty grateful for my life. I think that I'm rich in the people that I have. But to actually live like that New York dream lifestyle that you have in your head, you need to have money. I have never felt like so New York other than the times that I've had been able to go out in the city with money and actually like gone and done those things. You need to have money to do those New York things, those New York-esque things. Like Hamilton is such a New York, or like any Broadway show is such a New York thing. Broadway shows are expensive. You need to have money to go to those. Or like going to Soho. Soho is not affordable. You gotta have money to go to Soho. Or like today I went to Union Square. I went to get one of those hot chocolates. That hot chocolate was $9. And then I went to get a cheeseburger, and the cheeseburger was like $5. But you can't just go out with $0. I think it's impossible to go out in New York City and have fun if you don't have money. And also just living the like, oh, I got a view from a penthouse. You need to be rich for that. I'm sorry, you need to like that's gentrifier core. You are a gentrifier if you have the idea of living in the penthouse and I get to look over all these poor people while I'm in my big shiny penthouse seeing all the big light buildings. Right. Just, yeah, get the native New Yorkers out of here so I can live in my big penthouse. But living in New York is expensive. Even just living in a normal apartment is low-key expensive. To be able to live a good, stable life in New York City without being on the verge of brokenness, you need to have like 4 jobs at once. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. Dirty. There's so many homeless people. You need to have money. The big pretty lights and buildings aren't everywhere and are only in specific areas. But I'm gonna be so honest, when I do have the money to like go out and stuff, I do feel like I kind of get that like, oh, like this is so New York, or like I feel so New York right now. Like I'll go out in the city with my money and me and my friends will go to Soho and we'll go to like a little like burger place and we'll sit and we'll look at the view, look at the New York view, and then we'll get like New York ice cream and New York pizza, and then I'll be like, oh my god, this is so New York. But if you don't have money, you can't really get that New York vibe, to be honest, in my opinion, unless you want to just walk around Times Square. But anyways, I hope this helped anybody who needed to get over their obsession with New York, because I think it's an amazing city. In my opinion, I love New York so much. I know everybody here will be like, oh, I hate it, it's so nasty, da-da-da. I love it, and it does have its upsides and downsides. So these were the most predominant downsides, in my opinion, that I just wanted to tell you guys. And I hope it helped you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and bye! Mwah.